All right, so the next one we have is Spaceballs, directed by Mel Brooks, and this is another comedy classic. I mean, but like the best thing about this movie is that I would say it's because it's making fun of Star Wars, right?
Yeah, I think just because we're all Star Wars fans, and
Yeah,
this was like the first spoof that like really like made a hit. Like there's a lot of spoofs out there, but this one was like the original that like just set the bar high. Just like for like the Family Guy, when
yeah.
they did their take on the Star Wars. Yeah, Mel Brooks is just like a genius when it comes to comedy and just breaking the fourth wall.
When
Uh,
when the lightsaber hits the camera guy crew, and then he goes, he did it.
yeah,
That's like totally breaking like beyond all the walls. And I can't imagine seeing that movie in the 80s, like when it came out,
yeah,
like seeing it in the theater. I can't imagine how funny that could have been, seeing it in that time. Because it's like movies like Deadpool, like where he's talking to the camera, he's breaking all these jokes with different references, and he's like
yeah.
saying as like he's just talking to the camera. I felt like, yeah, it would have been so hilarious, like if we had saw Spaceballs in that era, right?
You mean you went over my helmet?
Oh, what is that one?
Oh, the best one. The Tell him to comb the desert. You hear me? Comb the desert.
We ain't found shit.
Yeah,
Or
I think me personally, I got a lot of my sense of humor, like the way I tell jokes and the way I say things. I got a
yeah,
lot of it from Mel Brooks movies because he takes everything very literal, and
yeah,
I like I seen like as I grew up, I think I developed that type of sense of humor, like trying to make people laugh with like literal things and like saying
yeah.
real stuff.
You're more of a realist. Like your jokes are like every time you say funny things, you're always like a realist. Like you say the things as they are. Towards
Yeah,
me, I always try to be like more physically funny, and then
yeah,
I just obviously I'm always impersonating people. But yeah, your comedy, like you say things very direct. You know,
yeah.
that's what makes it funny too, because you're being serious, but then you're also like you're trying to be funny.
Next one, number three. Number three, we got Grown Ups. Came out in 2009, right?
I think so. Yeah,
2009.
this was when we were like I was
No,
a
yeah, I
freshman.
think I was still an eighth grader, or yeah, an eighth grade. I mean, we grew up with Adam Sandler movies anyway, so like it was this movie, like, oh man, I
This
think
was like the Expendables for comedy
just
movies.
like yeah, like the Avengers, but
Yeah,
the comedy guys. Yeah, I think just seeing all those guys from SNL, like all like years later coming together because Adam Sandler always has those guys from like he has them like as side characters, but
yeah,
this one like they were all kind of one big thing, and I think just seeing how they all made each other laugh, like you can tell they're like literally making each other laugh on set, and like in the movie, like they're they're genitally they're
genuinely.
genuinely making each other laugh, and like you can see that in the movie, just like with Rob Schneider and his hair, and like like
I
they're
know.
all
Yeah,
you could tell they were making each other laugh, but I'm sure
that
there was
that
a lot of
movie
improv.
that movie felt like very natural for all of them. It felt like they weren't even. It seemed like they weren't even acting. It
Yeah,
felt like they were just being themselves on screen.
yeah.
That movie was hilarious. That the what was it? The part we laughed a lot was the when his wig's going up and he's about to go in the funeral and they're
Yeah,
cracking jokes.
when he's singing, when Rob Schneider's singing in the funeral, and they're all like making bets and like laughing and just
I bet
oh yeah, 'cause
$5.
they're all laughing, like holding in their laugh, watching him sing, and like you could tell like that looks so real, like they were really laughing.
Yeah,
And then when he finishes singing, Adam Sandler just goes "Ah," like that, and man, that just like oh That just made everyone laugh.
Grow up, will you? That
Yeah.
was that's such a good movie. I'm kind of hoping that he would do a third one just to kind of like redeem it from the second one. Second one was okay, but
Yeah,
it
it's
didn't
all right.
have the same. It didn't have that same, like, those jokes weren't the same,
Yeah,
and then it wasn't the same pace either. It was kind of quicker and didn't really.
yeah.
I don't know, didn't have that same feel. Alrighty. So our number 2 on the list is another 80s movie, right? I believe. The Three Amigos, starring Steve Martin, Chevy Chase, and Martin Short. This is a classic movie
Another
for us.
one that hit home too.
Yep.
Growing
I
up.
think seeing this one with Grandma and Grandpa since we were seeing this one with our grandparents since we were like 4 years old, and Dad showing it like on a loop all the time. Every weekend we were watching this movie. Every weekend we were watching this movie.
It's just like there's like no movies like that anymore, like that are just so like
No comedy movies that are like that. That so dry and so real. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
the actors, man. They're a dying breed, those type.
They're sort of like the last living legends of, like, they just know how to express it correctly. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? They know how to like project it and make it. They know how to make it come alive on screen.
Yeah.
Those comedians like Steve Martin, Chevy Chase, they were all SNL guys too. So
Oh yeah.
they were like the earlier Adam Sandler, Chris Farley. They were all like the 80s or 70s and 80s era. But man, that movie, it's like every line in every scene.
I'll give you the 10 peso version.
I'll put infamous.
And then
Infamous?
oh,
See, it'll save you money. Or he goes, says, see,
it's the same.
murderous, evil. Or like you said, it'll save you money. Como no?
And
El
the
Guapo. El
Waffle
Guapo.
man, that character, man. I don't even know where they found that actor, but man, that guy straight up from El Paso.
That guy, I feel like he's the most natural actor, even like I'm saying, like, most natural, like, for comedy, but just a natural actor. Like, if you
Yeah,
had saw him like in a real, like even like in an action movie, like a Western action movie, I still probably would have enjoyed his performance because it's so real. Like, what the beginning scene with him, what does he say? He goes, and then what happened?
and then or they rode on their horses, shooting their pistolas up in the air, and then they called us they called us
Scum sucky pig.
scumsucky pigs. Us,
Us.
the German guy. I'm looking for a man named Erwampel. Have you seen this? Perhaps, senor.
Huh?
Perhaps, senor.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Hey,
Again, that's another one of those movies with all those side characters are like authentic people
yeah.
that.
Yeah, I think that's what makes that movie so great. Is it's not just the cast; it's all the other, yeah, like you said, all the side characters. They made that movie like really like come to life
Yeah.
because like those side actors really made the main actors look good, and then those main actors made the side characters look really good. Oh,
Yeah.
what's it? I like the one who's not so smart. The guy goes, or the lady.
Girls.
Which one is that?
They're all dumb. They're all dumb actors trying to make it.
Everything besides Mexican food. Like, and then he looks at him like if they're at a McDonald's.
They're all sleeping in the bed, or they wake up sweating. We relate to that because we grew up in houses like that with no air conditioning and just waking up sweaty. Just our number one for top 10 comedies is Dumb and Dumber, the first one.
Yeah,
Jim Carrey and Jeff
Jeff Daniels. Yeah.
Man, if you don't like this movie, then you can just
Boom.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know. Just from this is another one of those movies from beginning to end. It's just like constant comedy and just I mean Jim
Yeah,
Carrey, Jim Carrey obviously, but Jeff Daniels seeing an actor like that be
yeah,
so funny what really made the movie.
yeah,
Like if it wasn't Jeff Daniels and if it was like Jim Carrey and someone else, I don't think it would have made it. It wouldn't have
yeah,
been big.
yeah. It's true. Yeah,
Um,
because he has to be. He's another actor that had to like compete against Jim Carrey, his own co-star. Like
yeah,
that's a lot. Because Jim Carrey can hold his own, obviously, in his comedy movies. All his classic comedy movies, are some of the funniest movies on the planet.
yeah,
But like, yeah, that movie is probably another movie where it's like every line, every scene. It's another like it's so memorable that the writing too for that movie just like it delivers what you're really going into. It's like you're watching a class, like a master class of how comedy should really be.
yeah, yeah. Just I mean, just the beginning, right in the beginning, he just goes. he rolls down the window, pretending to be someone because he's lost.
My
Like it's
driver.
so it's so stupid, but it's actually kind of smart because
Yeah.
he doesn't want to like show that he's dumb, but everyone knows it's still dumb anyway. And he's just that's a lovely accent you have. New Jersey, Austria, Austria. Well then, good night, mate. Let's put another shrimp on the barbie. Yeah, the whole road trip is just like every scene, every stop they make on the road. Like,
This
man,
doesn't come out of our travel fund.
these are IOUs. Just the way they acted together, just like when they're dressed in those blue and orange suits with the canes or whatever,
Oh
and
my
he just
god.
whips them. He whips them on the butt
On the legs or
or
something.
the
Yeah.
leg.
Golly, man. They're sword fighting in the.
So yeah,
Alrighty.
thanks guys. Subscribe to my channel. Uh, we'll see you next time.
All right. I think that wraps about it. Our top 10 comedy movies that we wanted to share with you guys, and my guest, my buddy, my brother. We'll see you guys for the next guest appearance.
I guess we'll bury the hatchet.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. I'll see you guys in the
All
next
right.
episode. Yeah, yeah.
All right. See you guys. See you guys.
See you guys. All right.
Okay. Let me